Hey folks, Arizona guy here. It is January 5th, 2023. And how many of you are watching the utter chaos in Washington, D.C. at the House of Representatives? So, what are they on now? 7 or 8 go-arounds of voting? Apparently, Kevin McCarthy cannot muster up the votes to reach 218. It's absolutely stunning to watch. So there's like 20 Republicans that will not vote for Kevin McCarthy. See, they're not like the Democrats. Over on the aisle of the Democrats, over on the left, they are all in lockstep. The Democrats are always all together in lockstep, all voting for one guy. They're uniformed, they're together. But over on the Democrat side, there is no sign of freedom at all. They all just clump together and vote for one guy, just like the Nazis did when bringing Hitler to power. No one on the Democrat side will vote for Kevin McCarthy or will vote for anyone else other than their guy, because there is no freedom and no liberty within the Democrat Party itself. Yes, the Republicans seem like they're in chaos, but Kevin McCarthy could do the right thing. Kevin McCarthy could withdraw himself from the nomination, and he could actually recommend or nominate someone else like Steve Scalise or Jim Jordan. The Republicans have to gather around and rally for one person in order to get the magic number of 218. And why is it so important for Kevin McCarthy to be the Speaker of the House? I do not see any importance of Kevin McCarthy only being voted into that position. Kevin McCarthy is actually part of the problem within the Republican Party, because Kevin McCarthy has spoken bad about Donald Trump. He sat with Hunter Biden and his mother at a state dinner with Joseph Biden. Kevin McCarthy doesn't give you the feeling of liberty or freedom. Kevin McCarthy is part of the D.C. swamp, which in today's Republican Party, Kevin McCarthy is not going to be the Speaker unless he makes special deals and promises to the 20 Republicans that do not want him. And I think that would take a whole lot of bread making in order to make that happen, because we have staunch conservatives like Andy Biggs here in Arizona that actually stands by his values. And he doesn't want a Speaker McCarthy. So he is going to vote and he is going to nominate other people because he is clinging to his values which, by the way, Democrats absolutely hate, and which Kevin McCarthy probably actually hates to see. Because Kevin McCarthy wants that swampiness. He wants to be like the leader of the swamp because he is part of the swamp. Basically, I would say that Kevin McCarthy is an actual rhino Republican. And that's what the 20 other Republicans want to vote against. So they have introduced a couple of people, which are really good people. You know, but, I mean, Matt Gaetz stood up and nominated Donald J. Trump to be Speaker, which is something that's never going to happen. The only vote cast for Donald Trump was of Matt Gaetz. And, you know, I like Matt Gaetz, but that was purely a political thing to do. And really, right now, in the swamp of Washington, D.C., we don't need political shows. The Republicans just need to nominate one person, a Jim Jordan, a Steve Scalise. Personally, myself, I would like to see Chip Roy. Chip Roy from Texas is an awesome speaker. He tells the truth. He tells it like it is. He would be an incredible speaker. But you see, Chip Roy, Jim Jordan, they're not part of the swamp. So the actual majority of Republicans are basically not conservative Republicans. They just do what the majority of Republicans want them to do. They should realize that Kevin McCarthy is not the right guy for the job. But they are just going along with the status quo of the whole thing so they can stand up and vote for a non-winning person. You know, I don't know, folks. It's absolutely crazy. But I think most Americans knew that this was going to happen. At least the ones that follow and are involved in politics. But the one thing that I find amazing, Marjorie Taylor Greene, okay? Marjorie Taylor Greene, the big conservative lady. I like her, don't get me wrong, I like her. I like what she says, but why does she want a leader McCarthy? Every vote has voted for Kevin McCarthy. Why? She could put other names forward, like Steve Scalise. What is the hold on certain people to vote for Kevin McCarthy? I would much rather have Speaker Scalise or Speaker Roy than I would Kevin McCarthy. And millions of people feel exactly like I do. So why isn't Kevin McCarthy man enough to get up there and realize that he is not going to have the votes and to step down and nominate a person who can actually reach 218 votes in the House? Because this has been going on for what, 2 days now? 7, 8 votes now? And sometimes I love the fact that they're in there. They're different than Democrats. They're in there fighting for freedom and liberty. They're expressing their ability of freedom. But other people look at it and see chaos and see a Republican disaster, because the Republicans are not unified. And don't get me wrong, I don't want them to be unified. I want them to express freedom. I want them to express liberty. But I want them to do things quicker. I want them to do things in a timely manner. And I want them to be more uniformly, organized. If every person that's now voting for Kevin McCarthy just stood up, and rather than say Kevin McCarthy, if they all stood up and said Steve Scalise, maybe we would actually get to the 218 needed. Because then the only person voting for Kevin McCarthy would be Kevin McCarthy. So I just want to see a quicker, more efficient action in the House of Representatives. Because those people are there representing us. I, being an Arizona resident, am very satisfied and proud of Andy Biggs for standing up for his values. He's not cowering in the corner trying to make a special deal over popcorn and pizza. Okay? He's there. And this is what's pissing the Democrats off the most, is that they actually have to be in the House because they all want to be out doing other things. They want to be out, visiting Joseph Biden while he's on vacation. So anyway, folks, get on social media and post everything that you can about who you want or who should be Speaker of the House. And if you think it's Kevin McCarthy, then stick by that. Say, I want Kevin McCarthy. We all have to voice our American opinions so those people in the swamp will listen to us. All right, folks, that's what I have for you. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Go do something nice for someone that has less than you. And get into the fight for American freedom and liberty. Arizona Guy, out.